The Bhūtaḍāmara Tantra, Chapter 22. Then Vajrapāṇi, the lord of Guyakas, said this to Maheshvara: Listen, Mahadeva, I will make everyone a servant of the one who transcends the triple universe. I will bring the rogue deities under control. Maheshvara Mahadeva then said to the Lord, Please give, O Lord, the full instructions for the practice that will bond us to you, along with the mudras and mantric formulas of the one who is invincibly efficient and transcends the triple universe. Then the whole assembly applauded Śiva by saying, Well done, it was well done, Mahadeva, to have requested the teaching that tames those who are wicked to one another. Then Vajradhara, the Supreme Master, Great Wrath, said, I will now teach in full the Supreme Maṇḍala of Wrath. It has 4 corners and 4 doors, and is adorned with 4 gateways. It has 16 sections, and is adorned with a Vajra wall. One should place the great fierce one, Vajraroth, in the center of the Maṇḍala. He is surrounded by a halo of flames, blazing like the apocalyptic fire. His huge body is the color of collyrium. His diadem is fashioned from skulls. He laughs loudly, and he is terrifying, instilling fear in the triple universe. To the right side of the Lord, one should draw Mahadeva. He is of the brilliant white color of the moon, white as pearl or milk. He is peaceful, with 3 eyes and 4 arms, in which he carries a yak-tail whisk, a trident, a bow, and a javelin. He sits on a seat furnished by a bull. To the left side of the Lord one should draw Narayana, holding a yak-tail whisk, a conch, a discus, and a mace in his hands. Behind the Lord, one should draw King Chakra, and in front of him, Kartikeya. Brahma, holding a parasol, is the color of snow, jasmine flowers, or the moon. One should draw an image of him sitting on a throne in front of Indra. Alternatively, the follower of mantra can make him as white as pearl or milk. Kartikeya should be drawn red, with a yak-tail whisk in his hand. Chakra should be drawn yellow, with 3 eyes and adorned with jewelry. Mahadeva should be drawn bedecked with all kinds of jewelry, with a yak-tail whisk in his hand, sitting on the seat of a bull. Sanatana sits on the seat of a Garuda, with a discus in his hand. Chakra sits on an elephant. Kartikeya's seat is a peacock. In the outer corners, one should draw the 8 Bhutinis: Padmavati, Mahapadma, Vibhuti, Suraharini, Varahi, Maharatni, Vibhushani, and Jagatpalini. These 8 Bhutinis, possessed of great miraculous powers, are described in glorious terms. Padmavati and Mahapadma should be colored white. Vibhuti and Suraharini should be colored red. The remaining 4 Bhutis should all be drawn in the same golden color. These 8 great Bhutinis, possessed of great powers, should be drawn as instructed. The procedure for this mandala is as follows. The Vajra master should adorn himself with a garland of blue flowers, tie a blue bandana around his head, and put on a pair of blue garments. He should recite the following heart mantra of great wrath for the benefit of all beings, resolved on success in the practice of great wrath. At that very time, he will successfully take control of all deities. Hum O Vajrapat. As soon as this mantra is pronounced, all the deities will be brought under control. The mantras for Vajra castigation. The master should stand with his left leg outstretched and his right slightly bent. Raising the Vajra scepter, he will destroy all the deities with the mere utterance of the symbol Hum, just as Vajrapāṇi has declared. Instantly, the Apsarasis, Yakshinis, Naginis, Bhutas, and Bhutinis, possessed of great powers, will perish, subjected to the mantra of Vajra castigation. Om, great wrath, blazing like lightning, strike, burn, cook, and kill. Hum, hum, pat, pat. Following this recitation, all the deities will be dead or castigated. Hum, 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 pat, pat, pat. Using this mantra, even a Buddha is certain to be torn to pieces. The master should then usher in the disciples. He should perform the armor protection by means of the mudra of great wrath and cause the deity to enter with the following mantra. Om, great wrath, please enter. Hum, 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 ah. You are the holder of the terrible Vajra surrounded by a halo of flames. Ah. As soon as this mantra is uttered, he will become able to effect the external possession, the summoning, and the humbling. Next, in the great sovereign Bhūtaḍāmara Tantra, are the detailed instructions on the ritual of the Maṇḍala of great wrath. The mantra of Simha Dvaja Dharani, who is located in front of great wrath. Hom Bhu, glorious Simha Dvaraja Vahirini Hri. The mantra of Padmavati, who is behind great wrath. Om Hum Bum, the great Padmavati, holding an arrow and bow. Hum. The mantra of Vibhuti, who is to the right of great wrath. Om Hum Vibhuti, holding a goad. Hum Ja. The mantra of Suraharini, who is to the left of great wrath. Om Hum Bhu, Suraharini holding a banner surmounted by a wish-fulfilling gem. Shrum. The mantra for the northeast. Om, glorious Varahi, with a flower in her hand. Hum. The mantra for incense in the southeast. Hom Ratneshvari, with incense in her hand. Hum. The mantra for perfume in the southwest. Om, glorious Vibhushani, with perfume in her hand. Hum. The mantra for the lamp in the northwest. Om, glorious Jagatpalini, with a lamp in her hand. Ah. Next are the detailed instructions on the mudras of the 8 Bhutinis. The mudra of the lion banner. Hold your fists together and extend both index fingers. The mudra of the goad. Form your right hand into a fist and extend your index finger, bending it slightly. The mudra of the arrow and bow. Holding your fists together, extend your index fingers and place your fists on your left hip. The mudra of the banner surmounted by a wish-fulfilling gem. Form your left hand into a fist while extending your middle finger. The mudra of the flower. Join your hands together with fingers outstretched and then slightly bend both index fingers. The mudra of incense. Entwine your fingers and extend both index fingers. The mudra of perfume. Stretch out both hands and place them on your shoulders. The mudra of the lamp. Form your right hand into a fist while extending the middle finger. This concludes the chapter from the great sovereign Bhūtaḍāmara Tantra that contains detailed instructions on the ritual of the Maṇḍala of King Wrath.